Struggling with long lines and endless bureaucracy? Well, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're looking at the absolute fastest, simplest way to secure an appointment at the Miami-Dade County Tax Collector's Office. Look, navigating local government can often feel like trying to solve a giant missing piece puzzle. But let's dive into these sources together and see exactly how you can master this system, all to save your most valuable resource, your time. If you're tired of endless waiting, believe me, you are definitely not alone. For years, heading down to the local branch basically meant clearing your entire schedule, taking a tiny paper number, and sitting in a crowded waiting room just hoping your name would get called before they closed the doors. It's a stressful chore that most of us completely dread. But there is some really good news here. There's actually a clear, modernized roadmap to turn this into a painless, highly efficient process. You just need to know how to use the tools that are now available to you. So here is our agenda for today. We'll start with why you should book an appointment, then the steps to book online, and preparing for your visit. After that, we'll cover insider tips and alternatives, common mistakes to avoid, and wrap up with contact info and support. Let's get right into it. Section 1. Why book an appointment? The one-stop shop solution. So why are we talking about booking appointments in the first place? Well, historically, things like driver's licenses and basic ID services were managed solely at the state level by the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles. It was pretty fragmented. But Miami-Dade County recently went through this massive structural reorganization to create what they call a one-stop shop solution. Under the leadership of Miami-Dade County Tax Collector Daryl Fernandez, the county successfully absorbed 11 state-run offices right into a single, cohesive, county-managed system. The old way literally meant endless unscheduled waiting. But the new way? It unifies driver licensing, real estate tax collection, motor vehicle registrations, and local business licensing entirely under one roof. And pre-booked appointments are the absolute cornerstone of making this whole, cohesive system work for you. Moving on to Section 2, Steps to Book Online, Navigating the Appointment Portal. Navigating the appointment portal is your ultimate key to skipping the line. Here's the exact chronological workflow you're going to experience online. First, portal access and authentication. You have to create an account or log in using an existing Google or Apple account. This is brilliant because it stops automated bots from hoarding all the appointments. Second, you select your channel, meaning either a physical office or a mobile office, and choose your specific branch. Third is service classification. You tell the system exactly what you need, like a driver's license renewal or a property tax payment, which ensures you know what to have on hand. Fourth, you pick your date and time slot from a live calendar. Fifth, and this is absolutely crucial, is identity binding. You must input your full legal name and a valid government-issued ID number to tie that slot directly to you. Finally, you get a digital confirmation receipt via email or SMS with a unique barcode, which you'll use for rapid check-in the second you arrive. Now, what's really fascinating here is the technology running quietly in the background. When you select your service classification, the system dynamically adjusts the length of your appointment based on historical transaction times. Let's say you just need a simple tag renewal. It allocates a short window. But if you're processing a complex out-of-state title transfer, the system knows to give you way more time. It's a real game changer of a feature that keeps their daily schedule flowing smoothly and ensures you get the attention you actually need without feeling rushed. Section 3, Preparing for your visit and gathering your essential documents. Okay, so booking the appointment is honestly only half the battle. Arriving unprepared is a guaranteed way to fail this quest. The most crucial point here is strictly adhering to federal Real ID guidelines. All documents you bring must be originals or certified copies, no exceptions, and absolutely no photocopies. U.S. citizens need an original birth certificate or valid passport, plus their original Social Security card and 2 proofs of residential address. Permanent residents? You need your valid I-551 card, your Social Security card, and those 2 proofs of address. For minors under 18, you'll need that original birth certificate or passport, a signed parental consent form, and 2 proofs of address in the parent or guardian's name. Every single applicant profile has rigid rules, so definitely double-check them carefully before you even leave the house. And I want you to keep this specific number in your head, 60. This is the 60-day rule. When we talk about providing 2 distinct proofs of your Florida residential address, like a utility bill, a bank statement, or a lease agreement, those documents must be dated within the last 60 days. If you bring a water bill from 6 months ago, or that cable bill from 2019 you just found at the bottom of your glove box, it simply won't be accepted, and you'll have to start the whole process over. Section 4, Insider Tips and Alternatives, Unlocking the Secret Passages. Let's unlock some of those secret passages. What if you have an urgent need and you absolutely cannot wait for an appointment? Well, the county has actually deployed some incredible technology to help out. First is the AI-driven virtual walk-in system. This isn't just a basic line. It uses smart algorithms to slot walk-ins perfectly around pre-scheduled bookings. But here's the catch. It uses geofencing. You have to be physically present near major hubs like downtown Miami, Miami Central, or Midway crossings to even join the queue from your phone. Next, we have self-service Publix kiosks. There are automated kiosks right inside select Publix supermarkets where you can instantly print your vehicle registration decal without ever stepping foot inside a government office. Finally, there's the T-Connect mobile office, which actually brings services directly into neighborhoods using specialized buses. Now, speaking of those T-Connect mobile offices, there is a very specific rule you really need to know. Unlike the Publix kiosks, which are truly self-service and walk-up, the T-Connect buses still require an appointment. When you go into the online portal to book for a mobile event, you must select the specific bus unit, for example, bus S84, to actually secure your spot. They generally do not accommodate walk-ins at these mobile events, so pre-booking is absolutely mandatory. Section 5. Common mistakes to avoid and dodging bureaucratic traps. Let's pivot to dodging those bureaucratic traps, the frequent, frustrating errors that cause residents to be turned away right after waiting in the lobby. First up is the $10,000 rule. If you're going to the tax collector's office to pay property taxes or business receipts, and you plan to use cash or money orders totaling $10,000 or more, you automatically trigger strict federal anti-money laundering protocols. You can't just hand over a stack of cash. You must present your original Social Security card and a valid government-issued photo ID to complete IRS Form 8300. Without those, your payment will flat out be rejected. Next, beware of branch-specific limitations. A huge mistake is showing up to the Coral Gables branch as a walk-in. Coral Gables is strictly appointment only. They will literally turn you away at the door. Another trap, going to the downtown Miami office, the North Dade Justice Center, or the Richard Gerstein Justice Center for a driving test. These locations do not conduct driving or written examinations whatsoever, and the Justice Centers don't even issue physical license plates. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, the ultimate trap is bringing photocopies. Say it with me, original documents only. Section 6. Contact info and support to help complete your journey. So what happens if you do hit a roadblock? Let's take a look at the official support resources. The tax collector's office operates under this exact official mission statement, putting people first by delivering exceptional service with accountability, innovation, and integrity. The whole transition to local county control was designed specifically to realize this mission and vastly improve the resident experience. They actually genuinely want to help you out. If you're ever confused about your specific situation, maybe you have some unique immigration documents or a super complex title issue, just reach out directly. You can call them at 305-375-5448 during normal business hours, or you can email them at support@mdctaxcollector.gov. The administration notes that email inquiries typically receive a highly detailed response within 24 to 48 hours, so just be sure to plan ahead. Now, just as a professional reminder, government procedures, branch operating hours, and document policies are totally subject to change over time. While this explainer gives you a really powerful foundation, always verify the absolute latest requirements and fees on the official Miami-Dade County tax collector channels right before you book your visit. So, you now have the insider knowledge, the booking roadmap, and the document checklists to conquer your next bureaucratic errand with absolute ease. But it does leave you wondering, if a local county can successfully modernize and streamline a notoriously frustrating system like the DMV with AI waitlists and digital portals, what other bureaucratic nightmares in our daily lives are finally due for an upgrade?